Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Jason and I want to talk to you guys today about this ECOFLOW Delta Max. This is by far the most powerful solar generator that I have seen. I wanted to test this out for you guys because I know a lot of you guys that'll go out there and you'll be out for days at a time, and even sometimes 1,000 watts is not going to be enough. When I was at Overland Expo for about 3 days, I actually ran out of power with an 800 watt. So I wanted to go ahead and try this one out. So this is pretty much my overlanding, my backup generator for the house, my filming setup, and you know, I could even use this for power tools. For me personally, I think that I'm going to be moving sort of my filming setup into a storage unit so that I can get more videos out. I would like to use something like this for my filming setup. I can run my lights off of it, I can run my camera, keep charging everything, and I thought this was a really great way to do that. Went ahead and weighed this out. It ended up being 48 pounds, which is perfectly fine for overlanding, but I don't think you're going to be hiking with it anytime soon. So a lot of people are wondering about the ECOFLOW and if it's as good as people claim. It has basically every feature that people have been asking for. It also has tons of safety features. Consider this thing a generator that you can use indoors, whereas regular generators will run off of gas and will have to be outside. So here on the front we have 4 USB, we have 2 USB-C, and that is turned on by pressing that button. So here in this display, this is going to be your net gain or loss. This is going to be 99 hours till it runs out of battery. But if you're charging it, this is going to show how long until this is fully charged. This here has the percentage of battery, and this is going to be your wattage displays here. So here in the back, you're going to have 6 3-prong wall outlets. These aren't the 2-prong. You actually get the 3-prong with this unit. You're going to be able to turn that on by pressing this button. Back here you have 3 amp outlets. You also have a 12 volt. That is going to turn on here. Now once you open this panel, this is going to be how you actually charge the unit. This is going to be what you use for the solar panel. This is going to be your slow or fast charging. Now fast charging is where I would typically keep it, but let's say if you're running this off of a gas generator, then you would run this down to slow to make sure it's able to keep up with it. This is going to be your wall charging outlet, and this is going to be your reset right here. And that tucks away real nicely. Now here on the side, you're going to be able to use these 2 battery ports to connect your external batteries. I don't have the external battery, so I will probably not be using this. But if you couple 2 extra batteries with this, you can really increase the amount of power that you're able to store. All right guys, so I want to show you something really cool about this solar panel that I have here. So this case here actually folds up and you're able to use that as a stand for your solar. So essentially what we did is we took the case, we connected the top part up here to the hard part, and then here's the soft part down here. Those extend out, and basically you don't have to bring an extra stand because this thing acts as its own stand, and it's pretty sturdy. This is one of the windiest days that I've ever seen in Colorado, and this is holding up just fine. I already liked this before I knew that it had its own stand. I was reserved to just building my own stand, but now that I figured out that this is the stand, I'm even more impressed than I already was. And this is a really great way to recharge while you're overlanding. But just a few specs on this. This is about 12.5 kg. You know, it's not incredibly small, but it does fit nicely in the back of a 4Runner with a little bit of space on either side. Yeah, it has an IP67 rating, and it is 400 watts. So it is pretty much the most powerful solar panels that I've seen outside of, you know, roof panels that go on houses. But now that I know that the stand's like this, I would look into the 100, the 160, or this 400 watt one, which actually I believe just got released. So I would definitely check this out. And if you guys really like it, maybe I'll have another video on solar and include this one because I'm really, really happy with this product. So let's go ahead and see what this is actually useful for and why I went with this one specifically. The reason I went with a 2000 watt generator is because I have plenty of applications that I would use this for outside of just overlanding. Be able to run like a little film studio. I want to be able to use it around the house if the power goes out, you know, just as a great backup for everything. This is going to be great if you're an overlander, if you boondock your RV, or if you're living van life. This is really going to be great because you're going to be able to power everything in your vehicle. They even make adapters for this so that you could plug your RV directly into it if you're boondocking and just run your entire RV off of this. For the overlander, a lot of people are running fridges. I know a lot of people like outdoor photography, drones, stuff like that. So you're going to be able to keep everything charged, iPads for navigation, anything like that. It is really great for that. I've been using this for a few months now and it has been really great in that aspect. So if you're into van life, it is pretty similar to the overlanding in that you're going to be able to run basically everything that you power normally in your vehicle. There's a lot of power, so you can even run, you know, some basic appliances off of this. We're able to boil some water off of this, and it really doesn't drain that much. You can run a stovetop off of this. It's pretty easy to do. I have also coupled this with a 400 watt solar panel so that I can keep myself charged for days at a time. I didn't get the solar tracer, but they have a unit that actually follows the sun, which is an amazing technology. I'm really impressed by that. But for me, I just don't see myself needing something like that. But if I was, you know, off grid for weeks at a time or months at a time, or if I was full-time off the grid, then I would definitely look into something like that. Also for overlanding, it is above and beyond what I expected of it. I have not been able to drain this thing down to zero unless I intentionally just run it for days and days. For another video I did, I was even able to run a space heater in my rooftop tent just to test and see if that was able to work. Space heaters are notoriously power hogs. If you're ever in a house and you're running a space heater, that is probably most likely the thing that is going to trip your circuit. I ran it off of this and I was able to run it off of this the entire night. Now, would I recommend a space heater? You'll have to watch that video to find out, but realistically, everything that I need to charge out here, I can do perfectly fine. I ran a diesel heater off of this all night, no problems, barely drained it. I've run this iPad off of it, kept it charged, my phone, I've kept my drone, I've kept my camera batteries charged. I was able to run my iMac, which I think is really great for filming. This is also great for homesteaders or someone that wants something as a nice backup for your house, as this will be able to run a lot of things in your house. I was able to run some appliances in the house that I think that people might need. So you could run your fridge off of this. You could plug this up to a solar panel, which I do have. I have the 400 watt solar panel from EcoFlow. And basically you could have renewable energy that is constantly running your fridge and you could keep stuff cool. There are plenty of things that you could run off of this that other units will not be able to power. This is really great for surge wattage, so that something like a hairdryer or a microwave, something like that, is going to be able to run off of this just fine. There's plenty of things that I've tried with this, and so far I really haven't found anything that this wasn't able to run. You could run an AC unit, you could run your fridge, you could run an electric stove. You could run a lot of things in your house that you know, could keep you safe in an emergency, or if you're out there homesteading and you just need a little bit of electricity every now and again. This is really great. You can also stack this with an extra battery that EcoFlow makes. I don't have that. I didn't opt for that because I just found that that would be completely overkill for what I do. But I may find in the future that something like that might be something that I need for an office space. Another one that I think is really important is for, you know, people who do YouTube outdoors especially. Now, I did mention earlier that I'm, you know, thinking about getting a studio or something like that where I can work on filming, editing, you know, and also kind of work on my truck. So basically, this will be my main power source when I'm doing that. Let's say I was in a pinch and needed to film early in the morning or late at night and I needed some lighting. I could easily run my studio lighting off of this. And actually yesterday when I was shooting a different video, I was able to run a light coming from this direction off of here while I was shooting for about an hour, and it drained almost no electricity. I've also used this to power my drone. I've used it to power all of my batteries to keep my camera running, which I'm looking right now, and it is showing that I am at the lowest setting, so this may end up cutting off, but I will be switching batteries and charging that one on here via the USB. Another person this is great for is somebody who has like a shed workshop. I plan on using this in a studio of some sort. I haven't really figured out that one yet, but it is my plan to be able to use my power tools to work on my vehicle when I need to. And I know that this will run, even corded power tools so that you're able to work without being plugged into anything. Not only that, but let's say you have like a Ryobi, could charge one of those batteries while you're working with the other one and then swap them back and forth. And you could turn, an off-grid shed into a nice little working workshop. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of other applications that you could use this in. This is just how I happen to be using it currently or plan on using it in the future. So far, I've been really, really impressed with this product. I highly, highly recommend this. Understand going into this, that this is not a super cheap product. This isn't something that I'm going out there and recommending for someone who just goes for an overnighter and doesn't really need to power anything, just needs like a little backup. EcoFlow also has a line called the River line, and those are a little bit smaller, but for me, I already have smaller ones. I just didn't see a need to go with the River line. I just personally felt that this was something that for me was an absolute necessity. All right, so I went ahead and unpaired it, but I want to show you guys how easy this is. We're going to go ahead and look at this list. I have the Delta Max, so we're going to go do that one. Going to press this button here. All right, so we're going to skip showing you my password. But yeah, and now we're just gonna wait. And now you'll see here that we have it connected, and yeah, we can do all our controls from there. And you'll see here it says 99 hours, has the temperature, and that it is at 100%. But you don't necessarily have to use the app to be able to run this. It's just a nice way of having a little bit more control over your product. So guys, I will go ahead and drop a link below to the EcoFlow Delta Max, and I will also drop a link below to my 400-watt solar panel, which I really, really like. If you guys are interested, please check out the link below. If this video does well, maybe there'll be an opportunity for me to test some other products from them. So please hit that like button, leave a comment, something like that, so we can boost this video and get more of these reviews. So just a disclaimer, EcoFlow did send me this product, but did not leave a stipulation that I had to leave a good review. That is just my personal opinion that this is a very good product. This is one of the nicest and best electronic products that I have for my overlanding setup. If you have any questions, please hit me up in the comments below, or you can hit me up on Instagram in the DMs, and I'll likely be able to answer whatever questions you guys have. That being said, guys, I really appreciate you guys stopping by and checking this video out. I'm very, very grateful for you guys because you are the reason that I'm able to test out these products. And please let me know products that you'd like me to test, because this is for you guys to see kind of what products are out there and go ahead and get a first-person experience. But that being said, guys, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I will see you guys in the next video.